Now, I apologize in advance for the low light conditions, but I couldn't stop playing video games before I came out, which usually I'd be really annoyed at, but the fact is I've been 7 days without smoking, drinking, and about 3 days without NoFap, so I'm feeling pretty good. So yeah, go fuck yourself. What's up guys, Streamer here, welcome back to another video. Today, it's kind of one of those videos where I had a million and one things to say, especially about current events, what's going on and what we can do about it. But I sort of had to zero in on one thing. But before that, just a few channel announcements. I'll be posting videos every other day instead of every day, because that way I can either post 2 videos or I can post 1 video and I don't have to worry about it. Also, this will still be NoFap. I won't really be talking about it. I'll just be it's a normal vlog, but at the end of the title, I'll put NF Day 2 or something like that. Simply because I think that there's a lot of people who don't watch this simply because they're not interested in NoFap, and I think that I like talk about it like 10% of the time, except for when I'm specifically dedicating the whole episode towards it. Birds everywhere now. But anyway, this topic is actually kind of close to me because it's something that I think a lot of people can relate to, especially in these sort of times. And I really struggle how to sum it up, really. But basically, what it distills into is a goddamn IQ test. More specifically, I started to notice that a lot of my friends who I used to think were smart, who I used to think were quote-unquote counterculture and all this other, who didn't believe everything that they read in the news, I used to think that those people were that. I used to think that they didn't believe everything they read on the BBC. And in recent events, I've had to realize that all these people were just bloody faking it. They were just doing it because it was cool. They were just counterculture because it was cool. And yeah, I get it. I met a lot of them at the rave scene, so of course a lot of them would be that. And this is also another important part, is that if you suddenly find yourself in a position where loads of your friends seem like retarded, that's not really your fault or their fault. That's kind of just because, like, we don't really vet the circumstances that we go into to be able to find friends. Do you know what I mean? We don't really sit and think to ourselves, I'm going to go to a specific club where people who are doing what I like to do, but also, there's something more to it, and then make friends. It's let's all go get drunk, and then go to some random pub, and all of a sudden you're friends with like 5 people who you don't know, who don't have your lifestyle, and all just sort of fitting in. So it's kind of weird, but I'm in a position right now where I have to really look at some of the people who I did call friends, and yes, they can be friends, but I have to do that thing that you have to do with friends, whereby you just appreciate them from a distance. It's like, I'll happily go out and have a drink or whatever, but like if you open your mouth about something that you have no fucking clue about, I have no patience for it, because I have to deal with that already. Now, I know that this kind of sounds holier than thou and all this and all that, but I've just watched this transformation of people who I thought could think outside of the box, posting bloody articles from the BBC. And I mean, the very fact that they every day, mainstream article after mainstream article, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what, did the news suddenly just become trustworthy? Did God suddenly say, all right, guys, cut it out, and everyone had a come to Jesus moment working in the news establishment, and now everything that they post about is truth? What happened to critical thinking? Like, I really hate calling it this, but it really is an IQ test. Every year we get an IQ test. Either it's some sort of terrorist thing or some new Russia allegations, or what was it in the UK? One IQ test that we had was that, what was it? They poisoned. There was a poison by some Russian, or was it Novichok? Yeah, Novichok. So who apparently, like, this Russian spy tried to poison someone with Novichok, and the governor, not the governor, the mayor or one of the local leaders said that the best way to counter it is to wash your hands. And it's like, Novichok is one of the most deadly toxins out there. And she says, yeah, don't worry if everyone washes their hands. This is way pre-COVID. But it was like, people were posting that and like, oh my God, like these Russians. I'm just like, you failed. I'm sorry, but you failed the IQ test. I'm sorry. Like, just the ability to actually criticize things has become taboo. And I really, part of me doesn't like to use it in these terms. I really don't. But after you see people fall for the same BS year after year after year after year after year, you're just like, you're being tested and you're failing again and again. And it really sucks. But unless you sort of have the kind of mature attitude that I think I have, whereby I know that everything on the news isn't real. I'm not also dumb enough to think that everything on the news is fake, but I don't abandon all of my skepticism. I don't swing wildly from one direction to the next. The problem with the news is that because so much of their stuff is BS, I just don't listen to it. And so, yeah, I could say that I'm disqualifying everything on the news because I didn't read it. But every single time, it's just wall-to-wall fear porn, man. It's just wall-to-wall fear, and you're just sitting there thinking, wow, like the world's really going to end, and it's like I'm trying to deal with customers, and the amount of negativity and just pessimism that everyone has, and I would admit that the last week of 2020, I was just so hoping for 2020 to be over, simply because I've booked 2 weeks off of holiday, and I can finally quit smoking in peace, alone. And so I was like, I just want this hell to be over, not so much the whole. It's so pathetic that YouTubers have to be like, oh hey, you know what I want to, the word that I want to say, but I can't say it because of censorship, the thing that's going around. But anyway, I really think that at this point, the true test of independence and the true test of really becoming an arsehole. Let me talk about that. We often idolize the arsehole, the Clint Eastwood, the Chuck Norris, the guy who, well, in some of his movies, the guy who doesn't give a crap and who will do whatever he wants and doesn't care what people say. And we like to think that we could aspire to that. Some of us do anyway. And obviously it's not quote unquote full-blown arsehole. It's more like the noble savage kind of arsehole, where it's like, but I think culture perceives arseholes as negative simply because they're so used to having their stupid opinions validated that the moment someone comes up and says, I don't give a shit what you think, it's like you're bad and you're wrong. But the real test of being an arsehole is, are you really emotionally ready to have the people around you just kick out the people around you? Just be like, goodbye, not only from my physical space, but also from my mind. Are you strong enough to do that? Because when you do, you naturally become an arsehole. Naturally. Because when you see, and it's easy to see right now when you have so many people just spouting so much crap. And I mean, when you look at some of the people who also, they'll say the same thing. Oh, you're just spouting loads of nonsense. It's like, all right, the difference between me and you is that I will sit there and I will say, why am I wrong? Why am I wrong? Please, for the love of God, convince me. But there's a funny thing that happens, is that you don't go to becoming a con theorist, you know what I mean? You don't go from there back again. And by con theorist, I mean someone who basically, anyone who questions the news. You don't go from questioning the news and using your radical thought back again. You don't. It's a one-way street. Once you see through the veil, there's no going back. There's no going back. A lot of people will like to do it halfway, similar to the whole red pill, blue pill phenomena, where you have purple pill people who don't want to fully digest it. And so they're like, you know what, all right, I will utilize hypergamy, I'll do some negging or whatever. But then the moment, he finds some chick who's like, please give me £50 for gas, who's like outside of a club, he's like, okay, lady, I'll help you out. And then fucking she gets fucked over later on. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's like a true test of an arsehole, like now is the true test of an arsehole. Are you able to stand firm in your own belief system? Are you able to stand firm and be apart from everyone else? Could you handle it? Could you handle, imagine if, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but just imagine as a thought exercise, if everyone in the world said that the sky is green, and you looked up and you saw that it was blue, and you knew that it was blue, could you hold on to that? I mean, you may think to yourself, maybe there's something wrong with my eyes. Let's just say that you knew that you're functional and what you're seeing is what's there. But the rest of the world has come to a consensus that no, it's green. Would you be able to, against all those billions of people, sit there and say, no, the sky is blue? Or would you cave? Because I heard a really, really great analogy. Everyone wants to kind of wonder what it would be like to live in Second World War Germany or pre-Second World War Germany when the Nazis were taken over. Would they resist or would they not resist? There's an easy way to find out, and that's right now. If you're allowing all this stuff to happen, then you wouldn't resist. You let them walk right over you. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end that because I kind of want to do a second video and I am running out of time. Also, I didn't. Well, you don't know this because the video when I actually talked about it, like, no one, like, I didn't actually post it, so it's fine. But I was trying out a new setup because my webcam is broken. Well, it's not broken. It's my motherboard. Some of the USB ports have just stopped working, as in like malfunction stopped working, and so I can only use 2 USB ports. So obviously it's just mouse and keyboard. I could try plugging in the webcam and then the mouse in the other one, but the quality was really crap because it's like USB 1.0 or something, and it's like super low quality. But anyway, so that's all I'm gonna say for today, guys. Would you could you be an arsehole? Could you stand up for yourself? Could you do any of the things that I've said? I think now is a good time to ask yourself, because we are in the midst of an absolute informational war whereby lies are just being posted again and again, man. The propaganda machine is in full crank. Like, every article, even like you load up Firefox and there's 10 articles about how we're all going to die until there's a vaccine, or there we go. There's the trigger word used. But still, that's all to say for today, guys. Peace.